get you the ROI from AI. And Dr. Jeff is in the building tonight.
Hello, everybody. Appreciate you joining. This is AI Hustle with Dr. Jeff, aka LinkedIn Live, Tuesdays at 2. And today we have a special guest in the building, or in Zoom land. We got Michael Tiger, coach extraordinaire. So y'all know who I am. I'm here every week, Dr. Jeff, the founder and CEO of Prism AI Consultants. Michael Tiger, tell us about yourself. Tell us about your business. And then after that, tell us what we solving for today.
Well, thank you, Jeff. I appreciate you having me on. So I'm Michael Tiger. I am founder and CEO of the Tiger's Edge, and we're a leadership and coaching firm that really helps people unleash what's next, really look at what they're capable of and help them find purpose, find meaning, but most importantly, develop themselves in their careers so that they're just they're loving life. And I have a long background, a long history in business. I'm a CPA. I have a finance background, MBA, worked in marketing, some sales work. And then I decided, based on all the great experience I had with coaches myself, that I was going to go into coaching myself. So that's what's gotten me into this. And I have to say, Jeff, I love being here because not just because of what I do, but because of all the work that I've seen you do and what you've helped me with on the side. And I can't say enough about how much it's actually helped elevate my business, elevate my coaching, elevate my teaching. I'm also an adjunct professor at Rutgers Business School. So I'll tell you, you have answers for every question I could have. And, I'm also writing a book right now. So
you triple threat. You got so many things just on and on and
so
on.
many things, and yet you've been able to help me with a lot of it. And I can't thank you enough. So I'm thrilled to be on here. It's really an honor.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I'm not telling you to say all that stuff, but I do appreciate all those kudos. Thank you so much. All right. Well, we don't got that much time today, and I want to give you even more value if possible. So, what are we solving for today? What you got on your mind? What kind of challenges are you facing?
So I love that when you asked me this question, you told me not to tell you ahead of time.
I did.
You want me to be put on the spot. You like a challenge, so I'm going to give you one.
Yeah. Oh no. Mike has he will be back. Dropped for a sec. Let's see what this is. Connect. Okay. Well, if you can hear me, Mike, I'll probably just exit and then come back in. But in the meantime, until Mike gets back, I am going to share my screen and make sure that you guys can see. Share. All right, I believe that you guys, well, no, I gotta add it to the stage. There we go. And we will add.
Can you hear me, Jeff?
We can hear you. We can't see you, but that's okay. But we can hear you though. So you're added to the stage. We can.
I've always been told I had a. Oh, here we go.
Okay.
I've always been told I had a face for radio, so
Okay.
Apologies about that.
No worries. No worries.
Help.
Okay, we'll take this off. All right. So what's the challenge, and then we'll jump in. What is the challenge today?
Okay, so as a coach, I'm always trying to, and sorry that I'm in an area of my house where all you're seeing is alcohol. But as a coach, as a coach and also a CPA, I'm always focused on, I want to provide the most benefit for my clients. Mm-hmm. But to do that, I'm always looking to show them an ROI, return on investment, to make sure that they realize the International Coaching Federation actually has done research that's found that coaches on average make a client 788%, almost 8x of what they invest in coaching. And when I talk to potential clients about that, they're amazed by it. Many are skeptical. Who wouldn't be? But if you talk to a finance person or almost anyone, especially with the market down today by so much, they'll tell you, hey,
to get a 10% return on investment would be huge.
Mm-hmm.
Now, an 8x return on investment, that's crazy. And I will tell you from my own coaching practice, I've actually seen how true that is. Whether it's something that's easily measurable, like retention, or like driving more revenue, or by things that may not be as tangible. So what I would love for your help on, Jeff, is when I'm prospecting clients, it's really difficult for me to be able to help them see before they start working with me, what could that value be? How can I show them an ROI, not on what their investment has been, but let's get ahead of things. Let's have something predictive that can show them what their ROI could be on an investment, because I want to have a sales pitch with someone where it's not a pitch, where I'm able to help them. So again, I told you I was going to give you a tough challenge.
Yeah, I like it. So I'm going to ask you some questions too, but we're going to use. So typically, I like to use ChatGPT, but this year, Claude has been hands down my favorite. I would say it has switched. Like it would be, I would be like 70% ChatGPT before, and then 30% everything else. Now I still use ChatGPT, Claude, and Gemini every single day, but it was ChatGPT 70%, and then all the other tools was 30. But now it has switched to where it's now Claude is 70%, and then ChatGPT, Gemini, and other stuff is 30. And there's two big reasons for that. The first one is in January, I think December, they came out with Claude Opus 4.5. Now we have 4.6, and it's a fundamental shift, kind of like that shift between ChatGPT 3.5 and ChatGPT 4. Just a half a point, but that was a different model. It was like, that's why I tell people aliens landed. That's what made me start Prism, because I was like, the world is different now. That was 3 years ago. So now, and then it got a lot of different incremental changes, but I say that same type of seismic shift happened this year, and we are seeing it in the stocks. We're seeing it in, more of the people saying, y'all, the job is getting taken, All right, so that's the reason why we do that. So we're going to use Claude today. And always we do Otter as well. So for those who do not have a note taker, I think I say this every time, but I'm going to keep on saying it because it is so important to have some type of note taker, whether it be, I use Otter because it's real time, but some people use, there's all of this, Phantom, Firefly, so many. They're making me sign in again, so I'll probably use my phone and just copy it from there and paste for it. We haven't really gotten too much, so I'll come back to it. So we'll go to Claude and let's talk to it. Hey, what's going on, Claude? This is Dr. Jeff, and I have Michael Tiger on the line today. And what I am looking to do is we're going to solve for what his issue is, what his problem is. I'm going to paste in the transcript. All right. Yeah, I'm going to paste in the transcript so you can see exactly what I am needing from you. But for right now, I'm going to give you his LinkedIn profile. So you can understand who he is. And then I'll paste that transcript in so we can get the full amount. And then we'll start working up exactly how to solve his ROI problem. And then we didn't get the ROI. There we go. And I will change screens here. We'll go to LinkedIn. And the reason we go to LinkedIn is Mike has a lot of he has a website as well, so we'll grab that too. But I like to get the LinkedIn profile from people just to give it relevant context. So this is to get context. That's why we're doing it this way. Some people are like, well, how come you don't just put the link in from LinkedIn? Just put the URL. That works sometimes, but it's not as thorough. So that's why I like to do it. This way. It's just more. It's more accurate. That they're going to actually pull the information. So we have that, and then, like I said, I also want to get the transcript of what we talked about.
If you need my website, it's Michael.
Oh Tiger. Yeah, I need the website. What's the website?
MichaelTiger.com. Easy.
Yes, it is. MichaelTiger.com. So Can't nobody else get that? He got it already. And last but not least, I will grab the transcript, but I'm gonna do it in a different screen because Chrome is kind of going slower. Hello, Marva. Okay, that's not what I want. All right, well, we'll just start with this one while I'm fiddling with that. So I'm going to get you this transcript, but for right now, you can kind of start, and then that way people can see. Because right now, what we're doing, actually, we're doing this live. We're doing an AI hustle with Dr. Jeff. Everybody can see my screen, so don't say nothing crazy in here, Claude. Our goal right now is to help Michael Tiger with his with what he's looking for, and specifically what he said is he's looking to show the ROI because you get 8 times the ROI, return on your investment, when you get a coach. But he wants to know what's the best ways in which he can show that and prove that for his clients or even potential clients beforehand. All righty. And Opus 4.6 is what I'm using there. So then we will send that off. And now Claude is getting to work.
Hopefully it's not digging up too many skeletons.
I will say out of all of them, if one's going to dig them up, it's going to be Claude. It's very thorough. But no, you'll be good. I told him when we was doing a live thing, so that's okay. And listen, it don't do nothing to embarrass either one of us. All right, so that was the first piece. Now, also, y'all can click in here and y'all can see exactly what it is looking up. So whenever it says what it's doing, it tells you what steps. You can always jump in there and see, okay, where exactly is it in those steps? Oops.
Now, Jeff, is this the kind of thing where if I have specific data from other sources, I should include it?
Yep. Step one is put anything that you have that's relevant. You want to just be clear, and you can put that in there. So that's why now this is the transcript. So I'll put that in there too. Only got 10 minutes. That's cool. So this is what I promised. Here's a transcript as well. So you can also update anything with that because now you have the transcript of thus far.
And it read it as trash script. So I'm not going to read them.
All right. So yeah. So look and see here. All right, Jeff. So here's what I got so far. Good news. The data backs up exactly what Michael is claiming. Oh, he wasn't lying. There's a real opportunity here. He's an ICF certified executive coach. So it's, gives your background on, where you're out of, your programs, the ROI problem in plain English. The research is actually on his side. PwC and Association Resource Center Global Survey found the ROI 7 times the cost of employing coach, 788%. 8-time number is real. Problem Michael can't prove it for his specific clients. I like this specific part.
Or prospects.
Yeah, or prospects, right? So we want to throw in that prospects, people. What we need from the transcript to build it. Once you paste it, I'll do the stuff. Okay, then I gave it. Got it. Transcript confirmed what I laid out. He can prove ROI after the engagement. He can't prove it before. That's a sales problem, not a delivery problem. He wants a predictive ROI tool he can use during discovery calls so prospects see the dollar value before they sign. That turns his sales conversion from trust me, the data says 8 times, into here's what your 8 times looks like based on your numbers. That's big. Here's what I'm thinking we build for him. Before I go deep, let me confirm direction. So asking me what do I want? You want to build this actual? Yeah, I do. Let's do this thing right now for real. Okay, cool. So, but still for me, I need some more. I feel like there's probably some more information that may be needed. So how do you get information out of yourself into the AI? What is the easiest way? Ask me questions for clarity. That is the prompt, right? So we're going to do that to make sure nothing got missed because you don't know what you don't know. Okay, I love this. I love the direction. I love the tool that we're going to build out for him real time. But I feel like there's some information that you need from him that you don't have. So what you're going to do is you're going to ask him the questions. He can see the screen. We're a limited time here, so don't do a million of them. But do the most pertinent questions for us to build this thing out that's going to be relevant for his specific. I love how you said his clients, and we're talking about these prospects, right? So his prospects specifically, What's those questions? Thank you. So for all those, y'all see how I'm talking to the AI? That is how you're supposed to do it. You talk to your AI. All right, so good call. Here are the questions Michael needs to answer. Now, Mike, you will just answer out loud. So what does your typical client look like? Are most of them are mostly individual executives paying out of pocket, or is the company HR sponsor paying? And what level are they?
Sure. So they're normally director level or above through C-suite. 75% are paid through the company's paying for them. So, it's HR person, decision makers are either HR people or business leaders. 6-month engagement, it varies. It really varies based on what they need. So a 6-month engagement can be somewhere in the neighborhood of $20,000 to $30,000 on average. I'm ballparking big time here, but it depends on what they
just
what
depends.
they want.
So it really is vague. I get you. I get you. It depends.
Top 3 outcomes my clients usually get. Well, one is that they're better able to manage their teams. Okay. They're also able to be more efficient with what they're doing and therefore reducing burnout. And they're also able to be stronger leaders. So you definitely have an element of it that relates to business performance. That, of course, is something I focus on big time. They're also, I'm going to give you a 4th, they're also more efficient. So we'll throw that in there. And, in theory, they should, I'll give you a 5th, they should increase retention just based on the fact that they're helping their people, they're creating a better culture that will come out of it. The data that I collect or intake, I don't talk to them about their salaries. I will talk to them about their team size and about their goals. We normally don't get into specifics on revenue, but it's possible. Retention issues may come up if it's a significant. A lot of times I'm being hired for opportunities, not for problems, but it could be either one. It's hard to quantify. My clients are having trouble quantifying, and prospective clients, if I'm meeting with someone, one of the areas that I didn't even mention is that they go through transitions. So if someone's newly promoted, they may get a coach. Okay, well, it's hard to quantify exactly what success at the next level looks like, but it may be something like quicker transition into the role and quicker ability to make an impact. Typically, I'm pitching on discovery calls to, it's a mix of people, honestly. So I know we're short on time, so I want to.
So sometimes it's okay. We're good. So sometimes it's executive, sometimes it's the HR person.
Sometimes it's executives. Sometimes it's HR people. Sometimes they're approaching me individually. Sometimes they're approaching me through their company. And so, it's a range.
Now you do single group, you do single coaching as well as group coaching.
I do single coaching, team coaching, and group coaching. I'm not going to get into the nuances between team and group. And I think that a lot of times it's the individual coaching, which is the hardest proof point from an ROI perspective. And a lot of that 8x ROI that I was talking about, that actually relates to some team coaching. To individual coaching generally. I'm looking down at my phone right now because I have some other statistics that I wanted to just share with you that may be relevant. 70% of individuals. Should I throw them all out there?
Yeah. Go ahead. Yeah.
I'll read them quick. 70% of individuals report improved work performance after coaching. 51% of companies that use coaching report higher revenue than other businesses. 48% increase in organizational performance from coaching, and that's from Forbes in 2023. Coaching boosts team performance, we were just talking about teams, by 50%. Again, that's Forbes. Coaching helps managership from boss to coach, leading to higher collaboration and engagement. And 61% of coaching clients improved business management skills. So hopefully those stats give you a little bit more to work with.
No, that's good. This is good. All right, so I got that in there. Just click on this to make sure it pulled most. Yeah, 17. Cool. All right, so I'm just going to go ahead and talk to you again. All right, here you go. This is Mike answered the questions. So what's next steps? Perfect. Michael gave us everything we needed. Let's summarize what we're working with and then build. This is important to make the actual looking at what it's summarizing because we want to make sure we're all on the same page. So client profile, director level through C-suite, 75% company sponsor. Okay, price range. I know that it's a range, but we got something in there. Top outcomes, better team management, reduce burnout, stronger leadership presence, intake data, discovery, call audience. Services, key use case, leadership transitions, newly promoted leaders needing faster ramp up, and then extra steps being shared. 70. Then you got the different ones that you just did. Here's a gap in the fix. Michael's not collecting the financial inputs at intake that would let him build a predictive ROI case. That's not a criticism. Most coaches don't. But if you want to show a prospect their specific projected ROI before they sign, you need 4 to 5 numbers from them. So let me build an interactive ROI calculator right now. It'll be designed for his discovery calls, pulling in the ICF metrics, global research as the backbone, but personalized to each prospect's inputs. And now I didn't even ask it to do it because I was not quite ready for it yet, but that's all right. We go like Claude just jumped in and knew what's what. And it's actually going to build that out for us, at least a MVP, like a first version. So that is one thing that's different about the world now. We live in different times. I tell people all the time is there's people who live in the present and then there's people who live in the past. And the vast majority of people are living and working in the past. Not by just you don't know what you don't know, but things are very, very, very different now as far as what can be done simply by asking. You don't even have to special prompt. I'm not saying no special words. Mike hasn't said no special words. What we have done is been specific as to what we want. So now we're looking at this beautiful MVP on our right. I will open up a little bit more here. All right, the Tiger's Edge leadership ROI projection. Now I could say, hey, put it in his branding as well. What's your colors?
Black and white. I mean, so. Okay. We're good. We're good.
Okay, just FYI. Black and white, FYI. His brand colors. That'll be for the next prompt. It'll just be in there. Okay, so executive coaching delivers a median 7 times return on investment according to ICF and PwC Global Research. This tool projects your specific ROI based on the organization's numbers, not industry average. So depending on what the person's numbers are, you have the sliders here. That you can move and then click on that ROI piece. So if you look on the left, it kind of explains it more. So if this is the discovery call weapon, and this is how you would use it. On the call, you got to ask your 5 questions. What's the executive's total compensation? How many direct reports do they manage? What's the average team member salary? What's the annual team turnover rate? And what's the engagement investment level? Then he just puts those numbers into just sliding scale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. As you are already talking and gathering information in the discovery call, and then you can do the click on that projected ROI, and then it'll go ahead and do it. The killer feature is the investment comparison section at the bottom. It puts coaching ROI right next to the S&P 500. So let's do that. So we'll say 200,000 direct reports, 8. Okay.
And by the way, I'd love for people to be able to go into this on my website, even if they don't want to give me the information. I don't know if that's via agent or
and I'll show you how that's done. So we'll do it. So thank you for that, because I'll show you exactly how that can be done as well. So we want to go with this, and then we'll just hit project my ROI. So then immediately it pops out here the projected value, the projected ROI, and then the net gain, and then based off of it's the value breakdown, and then the investment comparison. So that's why, like I said on the left, the S&P 500 annual return, real estate, high yield savings, and then executive coaching with the Tiger's Edge, based off of this particular what we put in there. And then the methodology and sources, so it explains the things that we already talked about, as well as the additional stats that Mike had said. And then at the bottom, ready to unleash what's next. Schedule a discovery call, and it has Michael's information right there. So this is cool. But I'll stop for a second. So what do you think about this though, Mike? I said it's cool for me but I like AI stuff. So you're the one that actually has the problem.
I think it's great.
Okay.
I feel like a few things. One, I think it's underestimating what coaching provides, because if we're looking at an average of 8x or 7x, depending on the study that you're reading, I also think maybe it doesn't take into account every single aspect. And so instead of just, I love that it's giving you some basics, of things like executive compensation. I think a lot of times it's very vague for people who, let's say it's an HR person who I'm talking to. They're not going to share or even have in front of them what someone's salary is. So some of this may not be as accessible. I also want them to be able to, I want this to be more flexible and personal so that they can look at, what are the benefits that they care most about, rather than just making this sort of cookie cutter. So I'm being very extra critical here, Jeff, because I know you like a challenge.
This is perfect. Like, you know how I work, Michael. I want the truth. Right?
I do.
I want the truth. And you gave it to me because that's what's needed, right? The first pass is what this is, a first pass. And then you said, okay, well, this is how I feel about it. So then what do you think I'm going to do next? I'm going to grab that transcript. I'm going to put it in there. I'm like, hey, this was cool, but let's make it better. Let's make it to where what Mike's vision really is. And let's not just talk about it. Let's be about it. So here goes the transcript. And I'm going to give it a little bit as well.
Don't worry about the brand colors.
Thank you. This was a cool first pass. However, Mike gave some good feedback as to what needs to happen and what's lacking. But then also, I would have to say to you, Claude, if you had to evaluate this yourself out of 10, like what would you say this is? Based off of what our goal is here for Mike, how does this dashboard match up to that? Or how does this ROI tool match up to that? Could you please rate that for me? And also take his stuff into consideration of what he's talked about. And then we'll go from there. Thank you. And then we will go from there. Thanks. I'm saying my thanks because, man, oh, man, is this AI smart. So I told people from jump that you say your pleases and thank you because you never know what's going to happen with the AI possibly taking over the world. And I ain't never felt that more than now as time keeps going on. So, all right, look at what it gave itself. It gave itself a 5.5 out of 10. That's honesty. So that's great. So first, what's the strategy here? Have it evaluate itself. 2, give it feedback, critical feedback on what you actually want. Mike did a great job of that. And then I gave the prompt, hey, evaluate yourself. So then I'll ask you, everybody in Zoom land out there and LinkedIn land and AI Hustle land, what's going to be my next prompt? Make it a 10. That's my next prompt. Make it a 10. Okay. Oh, wait, I'm messing up. Okay, thank you so much. Now I need you to make this a 10. 10 out of 10, please. Thank you very much. So now it's going to rebuild it, and it's going to make it a 10 out of 10. Now, it's going to take a little second for us to rebuild this. So while it's doing that, I am going to switch off to, we're going to go to chat. And, y'all know I got a special place in my heart for music, so I would hate for Mike to get out of here without a song. I have made him music before, but this is different. We got an ROI calculator now. So now we're going to do one specific to this ROI calculator and the goal of people understanding all of the benefits from using a coach. That's what this song is going to be about. So I have my transcript, boom, pasted that in there. So now I'm going to ask about it to make us our song while Claude is building us another ROI calculator. Okay, what's going on, chat? Hey, I need you to build me I need you to do a song based off of this transcript for Michael Tiger. You can get pretty much the gist of what we're doing. We're doing a live, LinkedIn Live. Once again, you can get that from the transcript. In this song, I want it to be very clear. I want his name in the song. I want the business name in the song. I want the pain points for his target audience. I want as well the and then the song it's a conversion asset. So it needs to be catchy, but I want it to be, dealing with the ROI piece. So, speaking to the actual numbers and how, Mike is a part of that. Okay, and that's good enough. Oh, what the genre? What kind of genre you want? What kind of song you want, Mike? What?
Let's go with modern country.
Modern country. Love it. Modern country. Let's tell that story.
Actually, let me change that.
All right. Okay.
Let's make it punk.
Okay. Modern. What you want to do? You want to do modern country punk?
No.
Or just modern punk?
Let's just do punk.
Just punk. Okay.
No one's gonna care about country, right? You don't like country, Jeff.
I do. I think you tell great stories. But okay, don't worry. It's not
modern country. I'll stop driving you crazy.
That's cool. It's punk, and then we're gonna say make it punk and catchy. And fun. And funny. But keep the goal in mind. All right, let's go. All right, so now this is gonna build up our song. Let's check back on Claude. I had somebody in the comments say am I using Claude Code or not? Right now, I'm just using the regular. Ooh, come on. Right now, I'm just using the regular Claude chat. So I'm not using Cowork, and I'm not using Code right now. So this is regular in the chat. It can build out these interfaces for you. And then when it's finished, if you do it in the chat, up here is how we're going to publish this artifact to where Mike can put it directly on his website. I'm going to send him that. So for all those who are ever want to be on an episode of AI Hustle with Dr. Jeff, anything we make during AI Hustle with Dr. Jeff, you get full assets there if we make it live as my thank you to you for joining. So he'll get that. Let's look and see what we have here. So here's version 2. Every piece of feedback addressed. Let me walk you through what changed and why this is a 10. Problem 1, it requires data prospects don't have. Fixed. No more salary sliders. Now the prospect picks their role level, and compensation benchmarks are built in automatically. Cool. Number 2 is cookie cutter. Fixed. Step 3 lets the prospect select up to 3 priorities: leadership, retention culture, business performance, burnout resilience, team effectiveness. The entire ROI model re-weights based on what they care about. Very good. Number 3, doesn't account for every aspect, underestimates ROI. Fixed. The model now captures 7 value categories instead of 4. Problem 4, no personalized by buyer type. Fixed. First screen asks, are you the executive and or company buyer? Problem 5, Michael wants this on his own website. That's okay. We're going to be able to, that really was going to be fixed anyway with the published artifact. And then brand black and white as it did there as well. Awesome. Open it up a little bit, Jer. Okay, so let's say I am the executive. Continue. And what level are you at? So then I can self-identify if I say, all right, I am a VP. And then what matters most to me right now, always, is talent in here? Leadership transition, retention and culture, business performance. So now if it's me, I'm going to be like talent. I'm going to want talent on here somewhere. But we'll just say leadership transition. But that's feedback that I would give it, because all my leadership positions, the thing that allowed me to win was managing talent and fostering talent and cultivating talent and people. It's all about the people. Nobody wants to do a bad job. When people understand what the job is and you show that you care, man, they could knock down mountains. All right, a few more details help us fine tune projections. We'll say 6 months, and then we'll say moderate, and then see my ROI. Oh, 17.8x return on this situation. And then you have the different sliders.
And I love how you're also comparing it to all these other investments that a company can make. It makes it a no-brainer.
It makes it a no-brainer. Now, I will say this helps with it, but you got to structure it along with your call. So whenever you're in that discovery call, it's not just this, hey, boom, give me my money. That's not how that works. That's not how that works. So this is a tool, and it will be really helpful. But if you don't structure it right, if you don't, hey, Claude, how do I actually position that talk in the discovery to make sure it's a no-brainer at the end, then this is just going to be another thing that you have that you got to remember to use. So we want this to be a part of the full package of the presentation on how you're showing how you can get that ROI. Your clients already get that, but we're at the prospect, so they're not clients yet. So somebody who don't know you, somebody says something good about you, but they're like, I don't know, I don't know if I want to make the investment. Structure the call correctly, and then you got this too. Excellent. Or this has a lead generation magnet when they just go to your website and then they click on it and they see, right? So it's two different directions, but now we can see how that goes.
Love it.
Awesome. Okay, so now let me show how. All right, so I told you about the publishing artifact, right? So we're going to click on this top right-hand corner. We're going to publish artifact. Now we could download it too, but we're going to publish and copy link. So now this link, I can, I don't think that LinkedIn doesn't let me. Oh, what maybe it does? Oh, YouTube does. So YouTube will let me put it up, but LinkedIn won't let me put the link in the chat. So y'all can't jump in there with that. However, I will just have to join in. So 1 second, let me jump in here on the LinkedIn on my phone, and then I'll put this in the chat so you guys can have it. And comment. All right, that should show up. Okay, so we're not getting out here about the song. So here's let's go back. So we're gonna grab this. Now, in real life, if we was doing this, and we had some more time, what we would do is the stress test. Oh, sorry, I'm sharing the screen. The stress test. So the stress test is what I did kind of with Claude there when I was like, all right, grade it out of 10. And then even with that, there's more steps to it. So I would, make it a 10, and it does a 10, and I would take that plan, put it in the chat GPT and say, okay, now what do you think? Do you think it's a 10? And then we go back and forth until we're confident that we have our answer. So that's the stress test, and that should be used daily. Like that strategy is a daily thing because AI is not going to give you a 10 out of 10 output from jump. Okay, there's going to be gaps. You don't start from scratch, you start from the middle. But if you do this in this way, then you will get a phenomenal outcome after you stress test it. So it's going to be you, the AI, and another AI, and y'all three are 3 to 4 to 5, however many you want to use. Sometimes it can get overkill, but at least 3, you and then 2 AIs are duking it out to find what's the best answer. Human in the loop still matters. Okay, so now we're in Suno. I'm going to, so y'all saw me copy and pasting. Suno is a free platform still, but they do have paid plans. And if you have the paid plan, then you own all the rights to your stuff. So this is Punk and create. I don't know where I got Dr. Jeff in the building. It should be Mike. So yeah, take that part out. This is his song. Michael Tigers. Anything else about Jeff? All right, so we'll go ahead and do that. Another one. 8 times with Tiger. So we got 2, and in less than 30 seconds, we're gonna have 2 full-length songs that he can go along with this ROI predictor or calculator.
Hey, Jeff, I mean, you've shown me an even higher ROI from yourself based on time, based on efficiency. I mean, I'd like to see you put an ROI calculator together for yourself.
Well, yeah. Well, I got the song, the ROI from AI. So that's why I love this topic right here, because that's why I feel like we do at Prism is we give you the return on investment of AI. Yes, everybody knows how to use ChatGPT. Yes, everybody knows how to prompt for emails. But how do you really get the most leverage out of this stuff? That's what we're doing every single day at Prism. All right, what we got here? 8 times with Tiger. And come on.
Michael Tiger in the building. We don't pitch, we prove. Let's talk ROI. Michael Tiger, yeah, you heard the name. Director level up to C-suite game. HR sponsor 75%, 20 to 30K, that's money well spent. Newly promoted, transition stress. Burnout rising, team a mess. You don't need hype, you need results. Stronger leaders, no more defaults. Better team management, higher engagement. 50% boost in performance, that's not entertainment. They say coaching sounds nice, but numbers talk twice. ICF research, P2EC proof, 7 times we tear, that's documented truth. 8 times back when you roll with Tiger, not 10%, way higher. S&P dreams can't compete when leadership levels up with the Tiger's edge. 8 times back, that's the math. Retention up, burnout cut in half. If you're paying for leadership anyway, why not multiply the impact today?
All right, so that's your song. I'll send that to you. That was funny. It's a scream at me. Okay, so quick review of things that we went over today, right? So Michael Tiger, Tiger's Edge came on. Hold on, where's Michael Tiger, Tiger's Edge came on, and step 1 was talked about what the problem was, and the problem was the ROI from coaching. People don't know it. It's there, it's documented, it's clear. However, prospects don't know about that ROI. So how do we get them to understand that? And in this session, we were able to first had to step 1, get all the relevant context, because that is where you have to start. Because I used the AI note taker, I was able to copy and paste that, whatever Michael said, right into the chat so we can get straight from the horse's mouth exactly what he needed. Because the human's job is to point the AI. What's the goal? What do I want? You have to be as close to clarity as you can. And then once we had all that information, Claude knew what to do. He's like, I'll take it from here, coach. And then he went ahead and built out an ROI calculator. And was version 1 everything we wanted it to be? No, it was okay. It was decent. But Michael had clear feedback as to what needed to happen for it to be better. So we told it, took the transcript again, put it in there, put a little bit of my own prompting special sauce on there, and boom, we got a much better product in his brand colors that's more to attune as what he needs to do. And then we all finished it up with a nice song from Suno and ChatGPT to go with it as well. Now, I told you about the we made it an artifact. So anybody who I put it in the chat, you can go ahead and click on that link, and then you'll be able to use the Tiger's Edge ROI leadership coaching as well. Or you can take the lessons that we learned today and apply it to your own business for ROI for whatever you do to show that, because this is something that can be done. So I want to thank Michael for his time today. And do you have any questions for me? How can people reach you? How can people follow you? Where are you at?
Yeah, you can find me at michaeltiger.com. I'm more than happy to meet people just for coaching, for networking. And Jeff, I love the work you do. I really do. I'm fortunate enough to have worked with you. And you know this better than anyone. I'm not an easy customer to please. I challenged Jeff, and he challenged me right back and showed me things that just made me feel just so much more powerful. And I love being on here because I know you told me not to sing your praises, so I'm going to do so anyway. But I mean, honestly, the work you do is just phenomenal, and it's cutting edge. And I'm working with people who are in AI all the time, and they can't hold a candle to you. So,
well, thank you. I do appreciate it. I appreciate it. So anybody who's out there, you saw what I did with Michael. So if you're like watching this and you're like, hey, how can you do that with me? Please book a session. We'll talk through it. Everything is custom. Nothing is cookie cutter because AI is specific for everybody. So the link should be in the comments on how to book a session with me so we can talk through that. Also, Joe, you can join the school community, school.com. Let me put this back on the stage. And we doing this stuff. We're learning all kinds of things. If y'all like that intro video, you want to learn, hey, how do we make videos? You can do that. There's 577 members in this community now. So would love for you guys to join. So link should be in the description in the comments for that as well. Once again, thank you, Michael, for your time. And everybody, I'll catch y'all next Tuesday with AI Hustle with Dr. Jeff. Thank you so much. Have a great day. And remember, be nice to yourself. Adios.
Sound the car engine turning off. Keys jingling, deep exhale. 8:55 a.m. same parking spot. White coat in the back seat.
Welcome to Farmageddon, don't lose your mind. 4 meters running, you're running out of time. Stress going up and your safety going down. One wrong feel and they shut the whole thing down. Farmageddon, Farmageddon, bet you won't survive the shit. Number 7, Farmageddon, bet you won't survive the shift. Number 7. Drive through beeping, line 3 on hold. Corporate wants the metrics, do what you're told. Student tech is panicking, drop the vial. Waiting bin is packed, overflowing down the aisle. Hydrocodone, metformin, lisinopril. Verify the dose of somebody getting ill. Combo streak is building, don't break the chain. One more fill, and I'm back in the game. Welcome to Farmageddon, don't lose your mind. 4 meters running, you're running out of time. Stress going up and your safety going down. One wrong feel and they shut the whole thing down.